Guys ASMR. Hey guys, it's me, Grey Eyes ASMR. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you some bedtime stories. So, sit back, get a cozy corner, get something to drink or eat, and enjoy. So, the first story is The Lantern Keeper's Promise. In a peaceful village nestled between rolling hills and quiet woods, there lived a man known as the Lantern Keeper. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, he would light hundreds of small lanterns and hang them on the branches of the ancient trees lining the village paths. The villagers loved the lanterns. They said the soft glow carried gentle dreams and calm feelings to everyone who walked beneath their light. One evening, a young girl named Ilara wandered to the edge of the woods, curious about where the lanterns came from. She found the lantern keeper sitting by the biggest tree, carefully lighting a lantern with a steady hand. "Why do you light so many lanterns?" she asked. The lantern keeper smiled kindly. "Each lantern holds a promise, a hope for peace, a wish for joy, of a memory of love. When the lanterns glow, they share those promises with everyone," he said. Ilara's eyes sparkled. "Can I help?" The lantern keeper nodded. "Of course. Tonight you can help me make a very special lantern." Together they gathered soft, glowing flowers from the forest, petals that shimmered like moonlight. They placed the petals inside the lantern, along with a tiny note where Ilara wrote her wish: "May everyone find comfort in their dreams." When the lantern was lit, it shone brighter than any other, casting a warm, golden light across the village. That night, as Ilara lay in bed, she felt a calmness in her heart, as if the lantern's light was wrapping her in a gentle hug. From that day forward, Ilara visited the lantern keeper every evening, learning to weave hope and kindness into every glowing light. And the village, under the watchful glow of the lanterns, dreamed peacefully ever after. Okay, so the next story is The Garden of Stars. Long ago, there was a hidden garden where stars were said to bloom like flowers. No one in the nearby village had ever seen it, but old stories told that on the clearest nights you could find the garden glowing softly in the moonlight. A boy named Kayan was fascinated by the tales. One evening, curious and brave, he decided to follow the silver light of the moon deep into the forest. After walking for a while, he stumbled upon a small clearing where tiny lights flickered gently, stars hanging low, glowing like delicate blossoms on slender stems. Kayan reached out to touch one, and it floated up softly, warming his palm with a soothing glow. Suddenly, a gentle voice whispered through the leaves, "The stars grow here to remind the world that even in darkness, mountainside, where he returned to the village. He carried a little star in a jar, a reminder to share light and hope with everyone he met. From then on, whenever lights felt too dark or long, Kayan would open his jar, letting the star's gentle light fill the room and chase away all worries. Okay, so the next story is The Gentle Giant and the Moonlight Dance. In a valley surrounded by tall mountains, there lived a giant named Taro. Unlike other giants, Taro was quiet and gentle. Every night he would sit on the hilltop and watch the moon. One special night, the moon shone extra bright and invited Taro to join a dance with the stars. With a smile, Taro stretched his long arms and began to move slowly, his footsteps gentle on the grass. As he danced, the stars twirled around him, sparkling like tiny diamonds. The villagers watched from the below, feeling peaceful and happy as the giant's dance filled the night with soft light and calm. When the dance ended, the moon whispered, "Thank you, Taro. Your kindness makes the night beautiful." From that night on, whenever the moon was full and bright, Taro would dance again, a silent guardian of the valley, sharing peace through his gentle steps. And under his watch, everyone slept soundly, wrapped in moonlight and stars. So, the next story is The Moon Waited for Her. Every night before bed, Naya sat on her rooftop with a blanket wrapped around her shoulders and a cup of warm tea in her hands. She looked up at the moon like it was an old friend. She had done this for years, ever since her sister moved to another country. Back then, they had promised each other, "Whenever you miss me, just look at the moon. We'll be under the same sky." At first, they called every day, laughed over silly things, shared dreams. But life got busy. The calls became texts, the messages, then silence. But Naya never stopped going to the rooftop. One night, as the wind was quiet and the stars barely blinked, she whispered aloud, "Do you think she still looks at you too?" And just then, the moon flickered softly behind the clouds, almost like a blink, almost like a nod. The next morning, a letter arrived. It was simple. "I looked at the moon last night. I knew you'd still be there." Okay, so the next story is The Train That Only Came at Midnight. It's a really short story. So, Ravi heard the soft whistle every midnight. No one else believed him. "There are no tracks there," they said. One night he followed the sound. There it was, a glowing silver train standing still in the mist. A kind conductor tips his hat. "Only those who listen with their hearts can see us." Ravi smiled and stepped on board, not to escape, but to dream better. Okay guys, that's it